Hey there, food fans, get ready to crank up the heat because today we're diving into a dish that's not for the faint of heart. Buldak Ramen. This ain't your grandma's chicken noodle soup. Buldak, which translates to fire chicken, is a fiery Korean noodle dish that's taken the world by storm. Now let me tell you, I've crisscrossed this great planet, sampling all kinds of crazy eats, but Buldak Ramen holds a special place in my heart and my stomach. It's the kind of dish that makes you sweat, makes you cry, and makes you beg for more, all at the same time. We're talking chewy noodles coated in a fiery sauce, often topped with everything from gooey cheese to crispy fried chicken. It's a flavor explosion that'll set your taste buds on fire. But don't worry, we're gonna break down this spicy sensation, exploring its history, how to make it, and why it's become such a global phenomenon. So buckle up, grab a glass of milk, you're gonna need it, and get ready to explore the wonderful world of Buldak Ramen. Originating from South Korea, Buldak Ramen has a fascinating backstory. It was created to satisfy the craving for something intensely spicy and delicious. The dish was first introduced by Samyang Foods in 2012, and it quickly became a hit among spice lovers. Over the years, it has evolved with various versions, including cheese, curry, and even carbonara flavors, each adding a unique twist to the original fiery recipe. You can find Buldak Ramen in most Asian grocery stores, and it's also available online, making it accessible to spice enthusiasts worldwide. Preparing Buldak Ramen is an adventure in itself. Boil the noodles, drain them, and then stir-fry with the spicy sauce packet that comes with it. Feel free to get creative with toppings, add some cheese to mellow the heat, or throw in some fried chicken for an extra crunch. It's a dish best enjoyed with friends, as you can all share in the spicy delight and challenge each other to see who can handle the heat the best. So, whether you're a spice veteran or a curious newbie, Buldak Ramen promises an unforgettable culinary experience. Let's dive in and savor every fiery bite. Buldak Ramen, like many legendary dishes, has humble beginnings. It all started back in the early 2000s in the bustling streets of Seoul, South Korea. Imagine food stalls sizzling with spicy aromas, late-night crowds craving bold flavors. That's where Buldak Ramen was born. The dish quickly gained popularity for its intense heat and satisfyingly chewy noodles. It was a hit with students, night owls, and anyone who dared to take on the spicy challenge. The secret weapon? Gochugaru, Korean chili pepper flakes known for their vibrant color and slow-burning heat. But Buldak Ramen wasn't destined to stay a local secret for long. Thanks to the power of social media and the internet, word of this fiery dish spread like wildfire. People around the world were captivated by the challenge, the flavor, and the sheer spectacle of Buldak Ramen. Today you can find Buldak Ramen everywhere, from high-end restaurants to supermarket shelves. It's a testament to the power of flavor, and how a simple dish can capture the hearts and stomachs of people all over the globe. Alright folks, let's get down to business and talk about what makes this dish so special. To build a bowl of Buldak Ramen, you need a lineup of ingredients that pack a punch. First up, the noodles. We're talking those thick, chewy ramen noodles that can stand up to the intense heat of the sauce. Then there's the star of the show, gochugaru. These Korean chili flakes are the heart and soul of Buldak Ramen, delivering that signature slow-burning heat that'll leave you sweating. But we're not stopping there. To round out the flavor, we're adding gochujang, a fermented chili paste that adds a touch of sweetness and umami, a dash of soy sauce for savoriness, a pinch of sugar to balance the heat, and some aromatic garlic and ginger to bring it all home. And because we're feeling extra fancy, we're throwing in some juicy chicken, perfectly cooked dumplings, and a sprinkle of green onions for freshness. It's a symphony of flavors and textures that'll have you coming back for more. Section 4. The Art of the Slurp, Assembling Your Spicy Masterpiece. Now that we've got our ingredients prepped and ready to go, let's talk about putting this culinary masterpiece together. This is where the magic happens, where each element comes together to create a dish that's more than the sum of its parts. It's not just about cooking, it's about crafting an experience, a journey for your taste buds. Cooking Buldak Ramen is all about layering those flavors and textures to create a symphony in your mouth. Imagine the harmony of spicy, savory, and umami notes dancing together with every bite. It's a delicate balance, but when done right, it's pure bliss. First, we cook those ramen noodles to perfection, nice and chewy, just the way we like them. The texture of the noodles is crucial. It should have that perfect bite, not too soft and not too hard. This is the foundation of our dish, so take your time and get it just right. While they're doing their thing, we crank up the heat and start building our fiery sauce. This sauce is the heart and soul of Buldak Ramen, the element that gives it that signature kick. It's all about layering those intense flavors to create something truly unforgettable. We're talking sizzling garlic, fragrant ginger, and a whole lot of gochugaru and gochujang to set your taste buds ablaze. The aroma alone is enough to make your mouth water. Each ingredient plays a vital role, contributing to the overall depth and complexity of the sauce. Once the sauce is nice and bubbly, we add in our cooked chicken and let it soak up all that spicy goodness. The chicken absorbs the flavors, becoming tender and juicy, each bite bursting with that fiery essence. Then we toss in those perfectly cooked dumplings, coating them in the fiery sauce. The dumplings add a delightful texture and an extra layer of flavor, making each spoonful a little adventure. Finally, we combine the noodles, chicken, and dumplings in a beautiful steaming bowl. This is where it all comes together, each component complementing the others, creating a harmonious blend of flavors and textures. For the finishing touch, we sprinkle on some fresh green onions, maybe a sprinkle of sesame seeds for good measure, and boom! These garnishes not only add a pop of color, but also a fresh, crunchy contrast to the rich, spicy ramen. You've got yourself a bowl of Buldak Ramen that's ready to rock your world. It's not just a meal, it's an experience, a celebration of flavors that will leave you craving more. Enjoy every slurp, every bite, and let the spice take you on a culinary adventure. Section 5, a feast for the senses, diving into Buldak Ramen and dumplings. Alright folks, the moment we've all been waiting for. We're about to embark on a culinary adventure that promises to tantalize your taste buds and leave you craving for more. It's time to dig into this bowl of fiery goodness and experience the magic of Buldak Ramen and dumplings. Imagine the rich, spicy broth coating each strand of noodle, the steam rising and carrying with it the promise of an unforgettable meal. Get ready for a flavor explosion that'll ignite your senses. The combination of spices and textures is nothing short of a symphony for your palate. First, take a deep breath and inhale that intoxicating aroma. The scent alone is enough to make your mouth water and your stomach rumble in anticipation. The spicy scent of gochugaru, a staple in Korean cuisine, hits you first. It's a bold, vibrant aroma that sets the stage for the flavors to come. Then, the savory notes of the chicken, marinated to perfection, start to emerge. Each piece is a little nugget of flavor, waiting to be discovered. And the subtle sweetness of the dumplings all combine to create a truly irresistible fragrance. It's a harmonious blend that promises a complex and satisfying taste experience. Now let's take a bite. Feel the texture of the noodles, perfectly cooked to a chewy consistency as they mingle with the rich spicy sauce. As you slurp up those chewy noodles coated in that fiery sauce, you'll feel the heat building on your palate. It's a slow burn that intensifies with each bite, making you crave more. You'll feel the heat building on your palate, a sensation that's both thrilling and addictive. It's the kind of spiciness that keeps you coming back for more, bite after bite. The gochujang adds a touch of sweetness and umami, balancing out the heat and adding depth to the flavor profile. It's a complex sauce that elevates the dish to new heights, while the garlic and ginger provide a warm, aromatic base. These ingredients are the backbone of the dish, adding layers of flavor that make each bite a new experience. The chicken is tender and juicy, having soaked up all the flavors of the sauce. Each piece is a burst of savory goodness that complements the noodles perfectly. And then there are the dumplings. These little pockets of joy are the perfect addition to the dish, offering a different texture and flavor that enhances the overall experience. Each bite is a delightful explosion of textures, from the soft, chewy dough to the savory filling inside. It's a contrast that makes every mouthful exciting. From the soft, chewy dough that gives way to the rich, flavorful filling, each dumpling is a masterpiece in its own right, to the savory filling inside, which is a perfect blend of ingredients that complement the spiciness of the noodles. They provide a welcome counterpoint to the spiciness of the noodles and sauce, creating a perfectly balanced and utterly delicious bite. It's a dance of flavors and textures that keeps you engaged from start to finish, creating a perfectly balanced and utterly delicious bite. This is more than just a meal. It's an experience, a journey through flavors that leaves you completely satisfied and eager for the next bite. Section 6, Mukbang Mania, the joy of watching others enjoy spicy food. Now let's talk about a phenomenon that's taken the internet by storm: mukbang. For those who haven't experienced the joy of mukbang, it involves watching people eat large quantities of food, often with exaggerated sounds of enjoyment. And guess what? Buldak Ramen has become a mukbang superstar. There's something strangely satisfying about watching someone else take on the challenge of this spicy dish, sweating and panting their way through bowl after bowl. Maybe it's the vicarious thrill of experiencing the heat without actually having to feel the burn ourselves. Or perhaps it's the sense of community that comes from watching others enjoy a shared culinary experience. Whatever the reason, mukbang has helped to propel Buldak Ramen to new heights of popularity, introducing this fiery dish to a global audience, and solidifying its status as a cultural phenomenon. Section 7. Why we love to suffer, and by suffer, we mean eat spicy food. But why, you might ask, do we subject ourselves to the pain and suffering, okay, maybe that's a bit dramatic, of eating spicy food like Buldak Ramen? Well, my friends, there's actually some science behind our love for heat. When we eat spicy foods, our brains release endorphins, those feel-good chemicals that act as natural painkillers. So, in a way, eating spicy food is a bit like a runner's high. We experience a rush of pleasure in response to the pain. But it's not just about the endorphins. Spicy food also gets our adrenaline pumping, increases our heart rate, and makes us sweat, which can actually be a pretty exhilarating experience. Plus, let's be real. There's just something inherently satisfying about conquering a dish that's designed to make you sweat. It's a badge of honor, a testament to your toughness, and a reminder that you can handle anything life throws your way, even a bowl of fiery Buldak Ramen.